So welcome back to episode 12, I think, of the Cozy Cardigans podcast. My name is Melanie, also known as Cozy Cardigans on Instagram and on Ravelry, and I also own the hand-dyed yarn shop called Big Little Yarn Co. And you can find me at Big Little Yarn Co. on Instagram, and also I have a website, and all this info is linked down below if you guys are interested in checking me out in those places. But yeah, welcome back. I'm glad I get to talk to you guys again. So this video is a little late. I try to upload it weekly, but I've been busy dyeing yarn for the next shop update. Thank you guys so much for buying my yarn for the first one. It was really heartwarming and really nice to be able to make that yarn and then have people knit with it. It's just like so nice to be part of your guys' making process. So thank you guys. And so I guess I'll start with my regular knitting stuff first, and then also towards the end of the video I also want to introduce you guys to the new colorways that I'll be having during the next shop update, which is on July 20th. So let me start first with the finished object. I literally just finished this. I think I'll probably put this clip up, but in the beginning of this video you probably saw me knitting on it, just trying to finish it before I could show you guys, because I just needed to do the collar part and then I was done, and the collar is only like 3/4 of an inch. So I finished my Udo sweater. So I've been working on this since I was in, let me just fix it up. So I've been working on this since I was back in Japan, so before June, and I finally finished it. It is not the sweater to wear in Las Vegas, Nevada, where I am located currently, but it is so comfy. I just tried it on earlier, and this is the Udo pullover or Udo sweater by Knitpicks, I want to say, and links to all the info, or links and info, will be down in the description box below. But so it's like a colorwork yoke, just stockinette, really simple, but the yoke is just so pretty. I love the colorwork pattern on here, and I love that it's like starts off with the contrast color here and then kind of like goes into the main color, which is like a nice bronzy rusty brown color. So yeah, I modifications, well, I had to shorten the sleeves and the body since I am a bit short, and so I think I shortened both of those by like a couple inches. I'm not really sure. I kind of just tried it on as I went, and then stopped it when I thought it was getting a bit too long. So let me just try it on. So I haven't blocked it or anything, because I literally just finished it, and the ends aren't woven in or anything either. So I made this because I thought it would look good with the dress and to have it a little bit cropped. So this is how it fits. A little bit of a wider neckline, which I like. So the sleeves kind of go up to my wrist, and then my belly button's like right over here. So it's like right at my waistline. And yeah, I love it. I love it so much. I love the color work I did on it. Another thing that I did is that since I used Knitpicks palette yarn, it is a bit more of a light fingering weight versus a regular fingering weight. So I did knit to the size 7 specifications, so like all the cast-ons and stuff like that, and it worked perfectly. I was aiming for a size 2, but I knit a size 7, and it's like a little bit oversized, which I like, which I was kind of aiming for anyways. I like a little bit more positive ease in my knits and my sweaters. So the arms work perfectly. I like it a little baggier than most people. I don't like it too like thin on the arms, so that's good. I do like a wider neckline and I like a wider width. So yeah, I knit a size 7. The only thing that I didn't do according to the size 7 specifications was the short rows for the back. I'm not sure if you could see it, but as you can see, the light beige color back here, there's a bit more of it because that's where, compared to the front, it's like about an inch longer up here, right over here. That's where the short rows go, and I didn't want to make too many short rows just because, okay, it's getting really hot. I didn't want to make too many short rows because it would be too long and too big on my upper back for me because I am technically a size 2, and I think my row gauge was pretty similar, if not the same. It was just my width that was a bit off when it came to knitting the gauge swatch. So I didn't want to make the rows too many rows compared to what was called for to the size 2, if you know what I mean. So I think I kind of in the end I ended up stopping the short rows. Like, I'm not too finicky about like where I stopped, I guess. I kind of just went with it. So it's not a very good explanation, but I pretty much just stopped at the same amount when I got to the same amount of short rows as for the size 2, is what I'm saying. I'm not sure if that's the correct way to do it, but that's what I ended up doing. And I feel like it's not a huge deal because it's just like it's just on your upper back. Well, for me, I have long hair and you can't really see anything, and also it's just in this, so this is the back part, so it's just right here, so you really can't tell if I did anything wrong. But I mean, it worked, so I don't think I did anything wrong. So yeah, this is a finished object and I'm so excited to wear it during the fall. It is like such a fall vibe sweater. Can't wait to be cozy in it. Can't wait. So yeah, really excited to wear this. Gonna block it out today and have it ready to go for when it's a bit cooler. So right now it's been consistently over 100 degrees Fahrenheit here in Las Vegas. Not the best knitting weather, but I just stay inside anyways because of the there's not even a quarantine really, well, self-quarantining. So I stay inside anyways. So yeah, that is my Udo sweater. Very excited. And that's the only finished object so far. But I did start on, so some of you guys, if you have watched my past episodes, you know I've been working on this Marley. So here's a skein of it. This Marley green and beige spin. And I'm aiming for like a thick I was aiming for a fingering weight yarn, but I think it's ending up becoming like a little heavier fingering weight. But so this is very kinky because my tension was a bit off while I was spinning because I was watching a movie. But I wonder if you could see. Maybe this would be better if I just hold everything up. So the beige is Jacob's wool, and I believe the green is some type of mohair or something. I'm not really sure. It was an unlabeled roving from a stash that I bought off of Craigslist, so I'm not really sure what that is. Anyways, it's pretty soft. And so I've been slowly spinning it up, and it's taking me forever because I only use hand carders. I don't have like a carding machine or anything like that to crank out all this wool, because the Jacobs came in fleece form, like a dirty fleece. And so I've been kind of going through it. I washed it all. I just need to card it all. So I'm like a little over halfway done with that. And I've been kind of getting tired of, not bored or anything. I do really like the whole process. I love tedious tasks, so just carding does put me in the zone, and I really do like it. But I mean, I've had this spinning project going on for a while now, and it's kind of I was at the point where it was feeling like it wasn't going anywhere. So I decided to just start knitting with it because I do have, like, if I need to match stuff or match the gauge or something, I do have everything written down anyway, so it's not like I needed to keep all the skeins in like pristine condition or anything. So I decided to knit The Weekender by Andrea Mowry. So I started it off. It's going well. So it's knit bottom up and also inside out, so that way you don't have to purl the whole thing. So this purl side is actually the right side. So let me show you that first. So since it was so marly, I didn't want to do like anything with the crazy stitch pattern or anything like that, or cabling. And I thought I kind of just wanted it to be simple, just keep it simple, especially because it was such a long spinning project. So I thought The Weekender was a great option. And so yeah, I started working on that. So again, this is the right side. It looks really good with the marl. I really love the texture. And this is the wrong side. So this is the side I'm knitting on. But this will be in the inside, and then you flip it inside out for once you get to the arms and stuff like that. So I just started it, I haven't been working on it at all lately because I've been dyeing yarn. So I only have this much, but it's going well. Really simple, great car knitting, just stockinette. And it's just really satisfying to be able to knit with something I've spun. So yeah, so that one I've been working on. And then I also started on, oops, I have a snack in here, the Dathan pullover. So the story of this is that, so I've had my Find Your Fates shawl ever since I knitted when she came out with that pattern. So it's been a while since I've had it for a while, but I've only ever worn it maybe a few times, just because it was my first shawl. So the shape is a little wonky for some reason. I think I didn't do the increases and decreases correctly. And then also I don't know, I've knit other shawls since then and I've worn those a lot more. So I don't know if it's I do like the style. I like the style, I like the colors I made with it. I don't know, it's just not something I wear all the time. But the yarn that I bought for it was my first big LYS purchase type of thing. So I didn't want the yarn to go to waste, because it was pretty expensive to buy so many colors to make the shawl, and I love the colors that I chose for it still, and so I decided to just rip it out and just knit something new with it. And what I love to wear, that I know I love to wear, is fingering weight sweaters, and I needed something that required multiple colors with a non-set amount of each color, if you know what I mean, just because I don't know how much yardage was in each color for that Find Your Fade. So what I found was the Dathan pullover, and I'll put I don't remember who the designer is, but I'll put the info up here. But so yeah, so I've been knitting on it, and it's just this like, so you could choose random stripes or her stripes or another stripe pattern of your own choosing to knit this up. And so I decided to go with random stripes because I have no idea how much of what is on there, and I kind of just want to go with it. And so it's great. It's been great. It's been really good, like potato chip knitting, like I just want to get on to the next color type of thing. It looks kind of small because it's all bunched up on this needle, but so it's like a dolman sleeve style pullover, and you knit it bottom up, and then you can also decide whether you want to split and knit two separate front and back sides, or you can decide to knit in the round continuously and then steek the sleeves, which I will probably do, which will be my first steeking, but we'll see how that goes when we get there. But yeah, it's been going really well. The colors have worked really nicely together, I think. I really like how it's blending in together. So my stripe pattern is random, so I labeled, or I assigned each color to a number, and I have 6 colors. So I use a Google number generator and then just have that randomly generate a number for the next row for the color, and then I also have it generate a random number between 1 to 3 to generate how many rows of that color I need to knit. So these are the colors I've been using. So I have a few larger balls, so there's this gray yarn with purple, and I have no idea what the company is, who dyed this yarn, because it's been so long and I didn't keep good track of the yarn ball names or anything, so sorry, I have no idea who these are. And then I also have this purpley brown, and then I have the smaller guy. It's like a navy blue brown. And then so I also have these like really tiny balls of yarn. So when it comes to these smaller ones, my only rule when it comes to that random number generator is that for like these small balls and then like this tiny ball, I only knit 1 row. So that way it kind of hopefully disperses the color out throughout the sweater. And then there's this large lavender cream colored ball. So yeah, I've just been doing that. I just keep it all in this little bag here and then just have it randomly generated. I think it's pretty fun. The ends, the one thing is that there are a lot of ends to weave in if you choose to weave them in. I am probably going against some knitter rules and stuff and making knots, just because I really don't want to weave so many ends in, and also because I'm not sure what type of knot it is. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's like a type of weaving knot. So like when you tie the 2 yarns together and you pull it, it tightens the knot as it's being pulled so it doesn't come out. It's not like a regular double knot or anything. So I mean, that's what I tell myself. So it's kind of, I guess I should show you guys. So I do have these little nubs, non-nubs here, and at first I was having it change color exactly at the beginning of the row, but I realized that all these nubs are right here and it might feel funny, so I think I'm just gonna start changing colors randomly. So it might not even be like a whole entire row for some colors, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, I think it's okay, but yeah, I really don't want to have to sorry, my battery died. So I was talking about the knots back here. Well, I was finishing up talking about it, so yeah, this might make you cringe. Sorry everyone, but yep, there's knots back here because I really can't be bothered to weave in the ends. There are just too many ends. So yep, that's the only thing. So this is really fun too. So I've been knitting on those sweaters. I've been on like a sweater craze lately. I just not want to knit all the sweaters. So I also have plans. So I needed to make some samples for my shop because I just started it, so I don't have any samples. So I decided that I will make a Velour top by Andrea Mowry. It's just like a simple, I'm sure you guys have seen it in places, it's just like a simple color work. Not even color work, it uses 3 different colors. So it uses like it's like framed by one solid color, and then the inside you could put like a more variegated color, and then there's also like a pop of color that like stripes down the tee. And so I decided that because I do have new tonals coming up for the next update, that I would love to have a tonal be like the frame and then the inside be the variegated yarn. So I thought that would be perfect. So what I've got is, let me grab it real quick. So this is lichen. Oops. This is lichen all wound up. Let me see if I could grab the skein of it. So this is lichen in skein form. And this is a restock of this is coming up in the update as well for those of you who missed out. So this is it in yarn cake form. Super pretty. It's mostly green. It's got the pops of like the darker brown, gray, and like little pops of orange and / rust, I guess you could say, and like a lighter green. So this is my variegated colorway that's going to be on the inside parts. And then so I'm also using, this is Bramble. This is the tonal pairing for lichen. So let me see if I could grab a skein form of this one too. So this is Bramble in skein form. It's just like a simple tonal that goes with lichen. So this is like, I guess it's nicer to see in the light, but it's like a very warm, almost brown burgundy color. I want to say it's very hard to describe. It's not purple, it's not brown, it's not burgundy. It's like in the middle of those 3 colors, and I think it works so well with lichen. So this is Bramble, this is lichen. Both of these will be in the shop. But anyways, I'll talk more about that later. So I'm planning to use this as the main color. This is going to be contrast color number 1. And then for the second contrast color, so there's like little stripes of the contrast color, of the second contrast color. in between all of the first ones. I'm sure I'll put like a picture up on top so that you guys know what I'm talking about in case you haven't seen the pattern. But I'm planning to use California Coast as the second contrast color, and I think that would be so nice. So I'm not going to use too much. I'm going to end up probably not using too much of this, so I'm probably going to make socks out of this later. But look at this, won't that be pretty? So yeah, I'm really excited to start knitting this up. I'm going to start ASAP, and I'm crazy that I have 3 sweaters on the needles, but I really do want to start knitting with my own yarn just because I love the colors that I make, honestly. So yep, really excited to knit this up and to show you guys the process of that. And yeah, that's what I've been up to for all the knitting stuff. Let me show you guys the other tonals. So this is Bramble. So this is again the tonal pairing for Lichen. And let me show you guys. So these are both the fingering merino nylon sock base. And then I'm also going to have Bramble in the Kid Silk Lace base. And then also this is a new base that I'm bringing into the shop. It's a Peruvian non-superwash wool. It's so squishy and so lofty, and like I could tell when I was dyeing it how much air is inside of these like threads, I guess you could say, and how warm it will be in the winter. So I really want to knit like a cardigan out of this. But yeah, so this is all Bramble. And then since I'm also bringing all the Peruvian wool in, I am also dyed up some more of each colorway in the Peruvian wool. So this is the 2 compared to each other. So this one is the merino nylon sock that I had last time. This is the brand new Peruvian wool base. So it looks a tiny bit different because of the base difference, but it's still super nice, super squishy, and it's still quite soft. It's definitely not as soft as merino, but it's still like I could put it next to my skin, kind of soft. So that will also be available. Another popular colorway from last time is Umeboshi. This one sold out pretty quick as well. So I'm doing a restock on the Umeboshi merino nylon sock base. And again, I'll have it in the Peruvian wool. And I think the Peruvian wool one is so pretty. So I'll have both of these. And to complement the Umeboshi color, I also dyed up Shiso, which is my favorite furikake flavor. It's like a type of Japanese seasoning, I guess, you put on top of rice. And so this is the tonal pairing for that one. They look so pretty. So yeah, there's this. And then again, merino nylon sock. And then this is the Peruvian. And then I'll have some of the Kid Silk Lace. So I'll have this in the shop as well. And this is like the prettiest purpley lavender, dark lavender color, I want to say. But look at this. It's so pretty. Yep, so that will be up in the shop as well. Okay. Third most popular colorway was Patina. Again, we'll have a restock on the not kid silk lace, the merino nylon sock. You guys really like this one. I'm glad you really liked it. This one's like the most out there, maybe, out of all of mine. Oh no, I like probably peanut butter jelly. But anyway, so this is the Peruvian wool version of the patina. And to complement this one, I made rust. So it goes really well, and rust is pretty self-explanatory. It's just a really nice warm rust color with like orangish undertones. It's a really nice, it's a nice bright neutral, I want to say, to describe it. So this is it in the Peruvian, and then it comes out this really nice deep reddish brown in the kid silk lace. So this is rust, and this will also be available. And then I think this is the most out there color. So this is peanut butter and jelly. And as you can tell, it is inspired by my favorite sandwich, peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And that will be back up on the shop, as well as its Peruvian wool counterpart. And then also the tonal pairing for this one is strawberry jam. And I'm pretty freaking proud of this one. It looks like strawberry jam. And look how cute they look together. So I'll have that in the merino nylon sock, the Peruvian, and the lace. The lace is super pretty. It's like not quite cherry red. It's like, think of strawberry jam. Google strawberry jam and it's this color. So really super happy with this one. This is like the perfect, not super bright primary red that I was looking for, because honestly I don't really usually wear red just because that primary red is a bit too harsh looking to me, but this is such a nice like little off tone of that primary red. So anyways, it's super pretty. It goes super well with the peanut butter and jelly. So yep, that's that one. And then last but definitely not least, I will have some more of the California coast in the sock base. And this is the Peruvian wool version of that. So it's got some nice greens and browns with the California coast, or not orange, blue. So that will be up. And then to complement that, I created Lagoon. So it is a not quite bluish green, so definitely a sea green type of color that goes really well with this blue. And pretty proud of this one. So yeah, definitely a sea green. It's got some blue undertones. It's a little on the warmer tone side. It looks really green in the video. But yeah, it's definitely, if you think of sea green, this is what it looks like. So that's that in the merino nylon. This is the Peruvian wool. And then this is the kid silk lace. So yeah, those 5 new colorways will be up in the shop update July 20th at 11 a.m. PDT. So if you guys want to snag some, I do recommend trying to get it on time because the lichen and the umeboshi and the patina really sold out really quickly. PB&J also. California Coast, I had a little bit left over, so that will roll over into the next update. But I don't have any. I will have pre-orders. So if you guys do end up missing out on something, don't worry about it. I will dye it again. But it won't be ready for a little while. So set your alarms, put it on your calendar, and hopefully I'll see you guys there. As for reading, I have not read. Unfortunately, I've just been watching a bunch of horror movies still while I've been dyeing yarn. It's great background noise for dyeing. But I haven't been, sorry for the noise. I haven't been reading as much lately just because I haven't been paying as much attention to the media that I've been consuming while I dye. I don't know, I just kind of like space out when I dye yarn. So then, yeah, if you guys have any other horror movie recommendations, if you guys have watched my previous episodes, you know that I love horror movies and I've watched almost everything. And I am now up to a point where I watch crappy horror movies just for the sake of it being a horror movie. So if you guys have any recommendations of random horror movies that nobody really hears about, that's like not on anybody's like, or not on a website's like top 50 horror movies, because I've probably watched all of those. If you guys have any random recommendations like that, please let me know below. If you guys have read anything really good lately, let me know. I'm currently reading 100 Years of Solitude when I'm not dyeing yarn. But if you guys have any books that you have been loving lately, please let me know. Horror movies, books, and Switch games, I guess. I haven't been playing it that much because I've been really busy, but let me know. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing all of my new colors. Thank you all for all your support and all your kind words that you guys comment on all my videos. It really does mean a lot to me, and I read every single one of them and I love every single one of them. So yeah, that's pretty much it for now, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.